It's week 8 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on Sam Darnold. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Giants and the Steelers under the lights on Monday night.
But not far from where the Steelers' former homes at Three Rivers Stadium, Forbes Field once stood, we are at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. We're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now...
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So the Steelers make their way out, led by their fourth-year quarterback, picked up in the offseason from the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
It was good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
That's caught. It's the former Colt, Paris Campbell. And out across midfield, down to the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Here we go. Good.
Fields now to throw. Pass complete. George Pickens with it. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Here we go.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris.
It's so important that you keep an opening drive going because you want to set the tempo right away. And you and I both know you can't set a tempo if you're punting the football away.
Yeah, maybe early. Don't want to be too over the top, but you're right. Big 3rd down conversion. 1st down, and they go back to Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. And here, Charles, is a look at the inactive, some of the guys that are out today due to injury.
Yeah, and this is where the preseason work comes into play for some of those backups. It's not just them getting some experience on the field, but preparing each week in practice as if they were going to play. And when you have guys like that on your team, you got a chance for success when the injury bug hits.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trouble.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Taking a glance here at the numbers last week for Algier. 21 carries, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And he's hoping to have the same type of game, but he's going up against the #1 defense in the league, and they're very good at fitting the run. So now you've got to think offensive strategy, maybe a little more play action, and try and find some people open downfield.
He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes, because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
He's got this to Pickens. Finding room at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To throw is Fields. Completes it to Austin. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were quite formidable in the win over the Eagles a week ago.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Now Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Giants are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play. To the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. This defense for the Steelers, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a carry for Algier, headed right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The Giants sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down and 13. To throw is Darnold. hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So he had a chance to get him on the board there, but unfortunately that big yellow metallic structure in the back of the end zone, it had other plans.
And that's when we're kickers watching it the whole way saying, oh no, don't hit it. Rats.
And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And the Giants have it, it's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Algier again on second down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for 24 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll, and now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Algier going straight ahead. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Here's Algier again on second down. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Tyler Algier with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Here comes the Pittsburgh Steelers and running back Najee Harris. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
Here's Fields. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Fryermuth. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
The Giants offense and running back Saquon Barkley ready to get going again. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. In motion right, one of the tight ends. And that'll be incomplete.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Throwing again is Darnold. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to throw, Fields. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A final shot before the break. Fields. Floating one, incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Play action. It's Darnold.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Here's Darnold.
Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold.
That is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Algier now up the middle to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere.
Stopped in his tracks and given a loss on that play by Patrick Queen. Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Holding offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown.
Wan'Dale Robinson.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants add 6 to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a free possession game. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10.
New York ready to go again offensively.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll give to Algier out of the gun.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. Now Darnold. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, son.
Now it's Fields. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Paris Campbell, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter.
And he'll get in for the 2 points, and that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41.
And this is the worry because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Darnold.
That is complete downfield to Knox.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Handing it off, right side, Algier.
Down right around the 25.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Forced out to his left.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
Joseph's got it.
And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense.
Here we go.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11. They run again with Harris. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Here's Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Starting the drive with Algier. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Give to Algier from the shotgun. And this might net him a yard, if that, as he gets back to the original line of scrimmage, the 25. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
They juked him. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go, Scott.
Here's Fields. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw. Fields. That's swung out wide to Harris.
Defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. Nothing open downfield, they went underneath.
Man, see if you can get it to your running back, see if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Flush to his right. And out of bounds right around the 20.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is going to get out of bounds with the 1st down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. All eyes on Fields. Bank, and he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. A very important extra point there, up and good, and that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Now a handoff to Algier. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's 2nd down. Darnold to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
That's taking a big risk at this late stage. They're not thinking field goal, though. They wanted to leave no doubt on that one. So they took the shot at the end zone, but it winds up incomplete.
Tension building. Here's Greg Joseph. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. What a way to wrap up the week. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. Here's Darnold. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Charles, that drive was perfect, methodical, executed so well, and they grabbed that lead with almost no time left for a last gasp from the other side.
No way you could have drawn up a better final drive, because not only did they keep their eyes on the end zone, but they made sure they bled the clock out as well and denied their opponent a chance to respond. That's just terrific situational football to end this one.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Well, they had one final chance here on the kick return, but no chance on the other side that they were going to let him navigate all the way to the end zone, Charles. And that ends up being the final play in this one.
Yeah, you're right about that. Special teams coaches, they spend a lot of time working on these types of situations, and they go over every crazy possibility that can happen in this situation. They were able to cover successfully and end the game.
So for the Giants, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.